Hey, I'm Matt, your commercial cleaning CEO, and in less than 10 hours per week, I was able to build my commercial cleaning company to over 7 figures, and it took me less than 5 years to do it. By the end of this video, you're gonna learn 2 things. First, how to set up a compensation package like a CEO does for their management below them. And then 2, we're gonna go over all the different compensation features that you have available in a manager scenario. And I'll even make some pointers about what we do in our company. As the CEO of your commercial cleaning company, what you have to do is align everyone's goals to the achievement of the mission of your company. And compensation weighs very heavily on influencing that. So let me give you an example of what did not work. Back in 2019, I hired a manager to run my business. And then almost a year later, we ended up losing almost half of the company because the person I hired was probably the wrong person, but I also incentivized the wrong thing with the compensation package. I had set things up to incentivize profitability a little bit too much. So however much money they saved our company is how much more bonus they receive. And what ended up happening and leading to that is they ended up cutting tons of labor hours trying to get cleaners to clean faster and faster and faster, increasing the savings more and more and more for the company, but our quality was diving. And at that time, I was not even working in the business at all. I wasn't keeping track of things. I wasn't holding this manager accountable. I was told that customers were doing okay, so I took his word for it. But meanwhile, our equipment was deteriorating and not getting replaced. Our cleaners were quitting because they didn't have enough hours and they didn't like the management. And what happened is we lost half of the company. But for this manager, he was getting paid more and more because the compensation package was all centered around how much he could save the company and profitability. Now, profitability is absolutely important, but in the long run, in order to build a large commercial cleaning company, you cannot focus just on profitability on the short term. The way you win in the commercial cleaning game is by longevity with clients. It's called lifetime value. If I have a customer that pays me $1,000 a month and my profit is $200 a month, and I only keep them for 1 year, I make $2,400. But if I keep that customer for 10 years, I make $24,000. That's the game that we want to play. So here are the 2 things that your manager needs to be focused on doing, and then we're gonna tie compensation into that so that they're aligned on doing this for your business. The first thing is they need to focus on keeping customers. You want them focused on correcting any issues that come up. You want them focused on meeting with clients regularly and figuring out the better ways that we can serve them, researching better equipment that we can put in place. You also want your manager producing reviews for your company. If a cleaning client leaves a review for you, they're that much more committed to you as their special cleaning service. It builds the relationship and therefore improves the longevity of them because they're going to be more willing to work with you because they're committed to you if any issues do come up. The second thing that your manager needs to be focused on, or if you even have multiple managers, is buying back your time. They should get you completely out of the operations of your company. They need to be doing the inspections. They need to be receiving the feedback from customers. You can still monitor that and call your manager and tell them how to handle it if you need to, but they need to eventually figure out how to handle it on their own. They need to be able to hire and train and communicate with your cleaning team. They also need to be responsible for starting new accounts. So let's say you do some good marketing, you're getting more and more clients. You then would pass all new clients to your manager for startup procedures, and they would launch the accounts instead of you having to go out and launch new accounts. Your manager needs to handle scheduling and everything that it takes to run your business smoothly. So now that we have our cleaning manager aligned with keeping our commercial cleaning customers and then buying back and saving us all this time by removing us from the operation, now we can jump into how do we pay them in such a way that they actually do that. As a cleaning business owner, you have 3 main options. You've got base, benefits, and bonuses. A pro tip with this is you want your compensation for your manager to be as performance-based as possible. What that means is this: you don't want to hire someone for $100,000 and they never get a raise from that, but also never decreases from that. You want as low of a base as possible with all this opportunity for growth. Now you can establish a threshold, which we'll talk about here in just a moment with the base, but you want them focused on that future growth and driving the company upwards in such a way that it's going to grow their salary and your profit. Keeping that philosophy in mind, here are the 3 components that help you build a base that incentivizes your manager, along with the benefits and bonuses. So within a base, you have 3 components. You have a floor, you have a revenue share, and then you have a minimum threshold. So the floor within a base is the beginning of calculating their base, and this should be a very low fixed number. For example, $24,000 per year. For a full-time manager, they can't live on that. That's a very difficult thing. You're not going to attract anyone great to run your business. So what we do then is add in this revenue share piece. Now, revenue share is different than bonuses because revenue share is continual and it helps increase their pay as the company keeps customers and grows. So a revenue share range that I personally recommend is anywhere from 3 to 5% of revenue. So if you're operating with a $500,000 business, this looks like they're getting an extra $15,000 to $25,000 on top of that $24,000 base. But we also have our next option, which is the minimum threshold. This minimum threshold means that you're going to set a true base floor that they will never make less than. So if you decide to bring on a manager and you're doing $300,000 a year with your company, their total compensation according to this equation may not truly be over $40,000 per year as a base. So what you can say is, look, I'm going to start you out at 40. Technically, the equation says you should be earning somewhere between 30 and 40, but we're going to start you at 40. And as soon as the company does at a certain point and that calculation carries you beyond $40,000 a year, then that is all yours. And that's exactly what's going to happen. See, right there, we've aligned them with our goals of keeping customers and helping the company grow. And if you do have a commercial cleaning company that's in the upper 6 figures or even beyond into the 7 figures like ours, this will keep you from overpaying a manager to run your business. And if your company is not at the point where you can afford to do something like this yet, you can do what's called a hybrid manager. This means they might clean for 20 hours a week and they earn a cleaner's wage, maybe a little bit higher, and then they do management tasks for 20 hours a week. So then you're not taking on all of this full-time overhead expense just yet, but you can start them out and build them into this position over time. So that's your base. You have your floor, then you have your revenue share on top of that, and then you have your minimum level that you're going to be paying them no matter how well the business is doing. Next, we have benefits. When it comes to these benefits, you can get pretty creative. For example, in our company, we like to offer our managers unlimited PTO because they're all salary. And we know that they work hard and we're tracking and keeping them accountable, making sure that everything's being done. So if they need to take some time off because they're tired, that is completely okay with us. As long as the company runs and it runs well and our customers are happy, it doesn't matter to me where they're at, how much they're working, or what it's taking. What we want are the results. Now, if we are tracking their activity and the activity is showing that the results probably aren't going to continue or aren't going to happen, then we have an issue. So that confidence has to be there, the accountability has to be there, but it is a fantastic benefit that can incentivize someone that's really strong to come into your company because they love that flexibility. We also offer the benefit of letting our managers work remotely sometimes. They do need to come in, they do need to walk through facilities, they do need to train employees and come into the office, but we will let them work from home when possible. To continue with the flexibility benefits, you can offer paid holidays, especially if they're on salary. You just don't need to worry about tracking what the holidays are, how many days it was, how many hours they worked, and all that. You just keep their salary and their base the same according to how the company is doing, and you can just say that you're paying for holidays. Next, you have retirement benefits like a 401k and the matching programs that you can do with a 401k. You want to be sure to take care of your employees for their lifetime if they're with you that long and to incentivize them to stay with you. And a 401k plan really helps you with that. There's all kinds of companies out there that can set up a 401k plan for you. I would not encourage you to try to do it all on your own. Just go ahead and invest in someone to do it right. Set up a matching program. A match works like this, that if they put in $1, then you can choose to put in $1. And you can choose to do that up to a certain point. So for example, in our company, we do 401k matching dollar for dollar up to 3%. You can also do things like 401k matching 50 cents per dollar that they put in up to 2%, 3%, 6%. There's all kinds of options that you have. So it does add a little bit of extra expense to your company, but it is well worth it. And it goes a long way in building appreciation and loyalty with your employees. Now, when it comes to health benefits, you've got a lot of options. So I like to break them down into 2 main categories. You've got cost share groups and you've got standard insurance. Let's jump into some cost share options. You've got companies like Sedera, you've got Liberty Health Share, you've got MediShare, and you have direct primary care programs. So that's like a membership at a doctor's office. There's a doctor's office that we have here in Asheville. We pay them about $100 a month for the employee, and that employee can go do checkups, doctor visits, they can get shots, they can do all kinds of stuff for free at this doctor's office. And the other options like Sedera are there for any traumatic incidents. For example, like a car wreck or they get extremely sick. It will cover hospital visits. It'll cover all kinds of extreme expenses that they will run into. These medical cost share programs are extremely affordable when compared to insurance. But if you want to go the standard insurance route, you can look at something like United Healthcare, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and pick which options are best for you according to your budgets and what your employee and your manager would likely want. Here's a pro tip when it comes to benefits. You can actually require people to be with you for a certain amount of time before they're eligible. That way, whenever you hire them, if something doesn't work out, you're not on the hook and you're not on the line. They might need to work for you for a certain number of hours or be in good standing by a certain amount of time, so 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. You can choose when payouts happen in the 401k as far as when your matching happens. There's all kinds of flexibilities that you have available when it comes to benefits. You can also share the cost load. Employees can contribute up to half or 75%, and you meet them on the other side of that. Or you can totally cover for your employees. It's completely up to you as far as how you want to run your business, how you want to set up the benefit packages. So consult with a professional benefit provider if you need to see all of your options, but it's a fantastic way to keep people in your business and to incentivize your managers to stay with you. So now you've built the salary, you've got the benefits package in place, let's talk about bonuses. And this is where we can align our cleaning service manager even more with our objectives of keeping customers and running the business for us. Now we do have our revenue share in place with our base, but these bonuses are going to take it to a whole nother level. Within bonuses, you have 3 main categories. You've got profitability bonuses, customer satisfaction, and then staff. What does a profitability bonus look like? I would encourage you to only pay this bonus whenever they hit the targeted budget. You don't want to keep paying them more and more and more as they save your company more money, because that's what happened to me. And it worked because he saved us a ton of money, but it backfired and we lost a bunch of business. So trigger this bonus for your manager whenever they actually hit the budget point. And if they save a little bit, great. If they save less, that's okay. And if they save a lot, that's okay too, as long as your customers are happy. But don't keep paying them more the deeper the savings get. This bonus can look something like this. It can be an extra percentage or two on top of the revenue share. So if your commercial cleaning business is doing $50,000 per month in top line revenue, then an extra percentage would be $500 a month for a bonus from that period. Or if you're doing 2%, it'd be $1,000 per month on top of their base as that incentive for hitting the budget goals. Or you don't have to do a percentage. You can just do a fixed rate of $300, $500, $20, $10,000, whatever it is that you want. Whenever they hit that budget goal, you know that you're profitable. You can reward them some for running a smooth operation. And then customer satisfaction. These are a little bit different because you want to incentivize actions. So you might want your manager to be meeting with customers on a periodic basis. So in this case, you could pay them an extra $20 or $50 per meeting that they have with a customer. Now, meetings that don't count towards this are unscheduled ones. The meetings that do count towards this are ones where we booked out ahead of time. It's like a partnership meeting. It's where we want to get feedback from them, and we're intentionally leaning forward and keeping the customer relationship going. We typically do these on a quarterly basis, and we want to see that our manager is taking care of our customers and communicating with them, because that improves the longevity. So you can offer a bonus anytime your manager does these meetings or a certain number of them. You can also add an extra incentive in of setting, we want to see a 90 or a 100% completion rate of these meetings. And if they achieve that, not only do they get the per meeting extra bonus, they get a bonus on top of that of say $1,000 if they achieve that ratio and the objective that you set. Another objective that you can set is getting reviews for your commercial cleaning business. That can come straight out of those quarterly meetings or biannual meetings or annual meetings that your manager is having with your clients. And again, you could set a goal for how many reviews you need to get this year, and they could be paid for every review they get, and then a special bonus should they actually achieve that top line goal that you set. And then with your staff, the crucial aspects are retention and development. You can set a bonus in place for any time an employee is with you for a certain amount of time, then you give your manager an extra bonus, similar to the reviews, similar to the quarterly meetings with customers. On the development side, you can have them do continuing education or retraining classes for your employees and pay them extra for how many employees attend those and complete and pass those. That sounds like a lot of different bonuses, but what they're doing is building your business and improving it in every way that aligns with your growth, your profitability, and making your company continue on in a very strong way. So when you combine an incentivized base with benefits and with bonuses, your manager is going to drive your company into a fantastic direction, and growth is going to happen in your commercial cleaning service. If you want more free information and free tools, check out commercialcleaningsceo.com. We have stuff you can download there, calculators, templates, walkthrough checklists, all kinds of things to help you grow your commercial cleaning company. If you found this helpful, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe so you can see more videos coming out. My name's Matt. I built my own commercial cleaning company from scratch in less than 5 years to over 7 figures, and it took me less than 10 hours per week, and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Stay tuned for more to come, and until then, keep building.